Hello. Today we're making French toast. When I did the garlic bread tutorial, I said, ain't no reason to waste a good hot dog bun. Well, that was just a couple days ago and I still have hot dog buns. So we're gonna use them to make French toast. I like using hamburger and hot dog buns because they're thicker than regular bread. You can use regular bread, but I think it kind of gets a little, it can get kind of soggy because the bread's thin. But if you use the thicker hot dog and hamburger buns, I think they're actually just perfect. Texas toast would also be good. So anyways, for French toast, this is just the way I do it. I'm gonna take a couple of eggs. It's super easy to make. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of milk. A little bit of vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon. So I'm gonna, actually I got big things of cinnamon and vanilla because I use a lot. I'm gonna bring the camera over so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I've got my 2 eggs. I'm gonna add in some milk. I'm gonna add in just a splash of vanilla. And then I'm gonna sprinkle in some cinnamon. You don't have to put cinnamon in it if you don't like it, but I like it. So I like to put in probably more than most people do, but I like cinnamon. It's not wanting to come out very well. Okay, so then I'm gonna break up the yolks. There we go. And then I'm just gonna, in kind of a circular motion, using mainly my wrist, I'm just gonna quickly kind of blend this together and whisk it together. You can use a whisk. I'm using a fork. A whisk would probably be better, but I'm using a fork because my mama always used a fork, and she's the one that taught me how to make it. So I'm just doing it how my mama always did it. Because if that's how mama does it, it's probably the best way. Not necessarily, but you get the idea. So the idea is you want to get the egg mixed in there pretty well. You don't want chunks of fried egg on your French toast, although sometimes you can't really avoid that. It just kind of happens that way. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. And then we're going to take it over by the oven and we're going to douse our bread in it and then cook it. And that's all there is to it. Okay, so I've got my pan heated up over here. Oh, and I did end up adding a 3rd egg to my mixture. I thought it looked a little too liquidy. So I added just a touch more, so 1 egg. So 3 eggs is what I ended up using. I think I need a little more than that. And I'm going to put some oil in my pan. It's still not spraying like it should. It's coming out in just a stream. So I've got to kind of move it around so that it covers the whole pan. And then I've got my hot dog buns over here. Then I've got my egg mixture and then my pan. And then this is over here. You can't really see it, but this is where I'm going to put them when I'm done cooking them. So this is kind of just workflow consideration. It's all going in one direction. I'm going from here to here to here to here. So I'm going to take my bun and I'm going to dunk it in there and flip it over real quick, shake off the extra, put it in the pan. Do the same thing with this one, flip it real quick, shake off as much as you can, put it in the pan. So I'm going to show you a little closer here what I'm doing. I'm going to take my bun, dump it in real quick, flip it over. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Take it out, shake off what I can, put it in the pan, and repeat. See, I'm not leaving it in there very long at all. There we go. So now these are gonna cook for just a couple minutes. I'm gonna flip them over in just a sec and we'll see how they look. These have just been in for less than a minute probably. So I'm gonna check my first one and see how it looks. I can tell it's not ready yet because it's still kind of mushy. But that's what it looks like on the other side. I might be able to flip 2 of these at once. Loosen them up, flip them over. Yeah, you can see they're not ready yet. They're just starting to cook, but that's okay. We'll leave them like that and we'll flip them back over in just a minute. And while they're cooking, these are the ones that are not really ready to flip. You can see they're just starting to cook right there. They're just starting to get brown, and this looks totally still wet. Same with this one. This one's a little more cooked. It's a little more brown. I have my oven set to about medium. And what was I making the other day? That I said if once you cook the first batch, watch it because it's going to start getting really hot. So I tend to just flip these every now and again, just so I'm monitoring what's going on, how they're cooking. Now this one you can see the edges are starting to cook, but the middle isn't, so I'm going to have to actually smash that down a little bit. Not totally smash it, but press it down a little so that maybe that middle part can reach the heat surface. So we'll give these another minute or so and check them again. So I'm going to flip these guys again. You can see that this one's starting to get brown up here. And you wouldn't have to keep flipping them. I just am because I like to see how they're doing and just make sure I don't let them cook too long. Now this guy, like I said, I'm going to have to kind of press him down a little bit. So I'm not going to press hard, but I am pressing a little, and you can hear the sizzle when that middle part meets the pan surface. Because I don't want to smash it flat like a pancake. I just want it to hit that surface. So I'm just gently putting some pressure on it. Now these guys on this side don't really look too bad. They're getting close. This guy looks nice, but I think I'm going to leave him on just a little while longer. You can see the back side is starting to brown itself. You won't see it as much on the back side because it's already brown to start with. But you'll see it more on the other side. I'll flip this guy over and see if that middle part cooked. Yeah, it's getting a little more there, so I'm going to flip it back so it can keep cooking there. Get a little more pressure. I'm just barely laying my spatula on there. I'm really not pushing like at all. Just laying the spatula on there. Yeah, that looks good. Smells good too. Yeah, that's looking nice. So, I can take these off. I'm going to put them on my plate over here. My crew is going to be getting up in just a minute. We got church, so I'm going to make some of this so that it's ready when they come down. And I'm going to keep doing this with more and more of my buns. And until I run out of my mixture. And then if I run out and want more, I can make more. One side note. I've made 2 batches now, and my pan is starting to need a little more oil. If you don't have enough oil, then it'll stick. And you don't want that. That makes it hard to get out, and then it ruins the beautiful brown face of your French toast. So as your pan loses its coating, your grease coating, be sure you're adding just a touch more. You might have to do it after every batch, but maybe not, just depends. So just keep that in mind.